Hi, this is Melanie for the Pardesi channel. I'm here to do a review of Thugs of Hindostan starring Aamir Khan and Amitabh Bachchan. Thugs of Hindostan is the big Diwali release from Yash Raj Studios, and it stars Amitabh Bachchan and as a pirate named Azaad, and we have Aamir Khan as the rogue Firangi. We have Katrina Kaif, really in only a cameo performance of 2 item songs, and Fatima as Shaikh, who was in Dangal starring as Aamir Khan's daughter. Here she plays another one of the pirates under the protection of Amitabh Bachchan. Before I went in to see the movie this afternoon, I saw it here on Thursday, the first day it opened here in Chicago. And I had a decent-sized audience for a 4 o'clock show, and it was at a theater. This is an expanded release here in Chicago. It's playing in many more theaters than a normal Hindi film would play in. Before I went in, I saw that some of the reviews were coming out, and they were extremely negative. At the best that I saw was like a 2.5 star. So maybe it benefited that I went in with lowered expectations when I saw the trailer and so forth. I had pretty high expectations because this is the first time that Aamir Khan and Amitabh were going to be in a movie together. We're going to see Amitabh, who's 76, swashbuckle and everything. I was really looking forward to it, and then I kind of went in with lowered expectations, and maybe that was to my benefit. And I just wanted to tell you, for me, I don't understand the people who are pouring hate on the movie. It really seems to people are really dumping on it. And I enjoyed it for the most part. Yes, it's a flawed film, but I would give it at least an average rating. And it was worth my money. Now, granted, I paid a matinee reduced price, but it was worth my money to go see Amitabh and Aamir's, act opposite each other for the first time. That alone was worth my ticket price. Katrina Kaif didn't have a ton to do, but I certainly enjoyed her 2 dance numbers. One of which was, at least one of them was choreographed by Prabhu Deva. So she really was put through her paces, and it's something to see. The music overall was not exceptional, but it was pretty good. There was sort of a drinking song, I think it was called Vinyasa Mallah or something like that has both Amitabh and Aamir dancing together. Again, right there, sold. I'll pay my ticket just to see that. I was thinking back, how long has it been since we've seen Aamir do an out-and-out dance number? Now, he did sort of a funny, tongue-in-cheek end credit song for Secret Superstar, but Dangal, obviously he did not do a dance number. They were montage songs. So it's really going back to PK, which again, he was kind of acting weird, and so it's been a long time since we've just seen Aamir Khan hoof it up in a regular dance number. So he dances with Katrina, he dances with Amitabh. I'm good. Ticket bought. It's just fun to see him do big dance numbers again. So the main criticism that everyone is giving is that the plot is a tired formula, and oh my gosh, the British are the villains again, and that's so tired. Well, okay, I didn't grow up watching 50 years of Indian films. I've only been watching them for the past 4 years. So it wasn't so tired and trite for me. I haven't seen Aamir's Mangal Pandey. I haven't, so to me it was not all old hat. Now, I will say it was bizarre to have the English actors speaking in Hindi to each other even when they were in private. Like, made no sense at all. If they were interacting with someone who normally would speak Hindi, I guess I could understand them doing a halting, badly accented Hindi. And I would understand that it was bad Hindi, but to each other, that didn't make sense. Just put a subtitle in there. So The more I was thinking about that, I was like, who is really the audience for this film? This is supposed to be an all-around family film that you could bring young children to. So a young child couldn't read subtitles, so maybe that's why even the English villains speak Hindi when they're alone in a room plotting their evil deeds. I don't know. That's all that I could think of is, why would you never have a single subtitle in the entire thing? Because you're aiming it at children. And that also leads to the plot being kind of simple and maybe watered down because you're aiming for children. Also, people were criticizing Aamir Khan as just being a Captain Jack Sparrow wannabe. And I don't completely agree with that. Yes, he has the coal on his eyes, but you know what? Like, I love it. I love Aamir Khan and Amitabh with the black eyeliner. I'm all about that. He doesn't have that sort of half drunk all the time kind of persona. This is going to be pretty spoiler free, by the way. I didn't mention that. I'm going to keep this pretty spoiler free. So his name is Firangi. We knew that from the trailer. It means foreigner. Maybe that's what I should have called my YouTube channel. I don't know. But anyway, he's more of a Han Solo kind of a character. He's a trickster. He's someone that's only out for the money. Keeps until the end saying that he's not really part of this whole rebellion thing. That was what was kind of missing here, is that our focus is because you hired a huge star like Aamir Khan to play this rogue, then he becomes the focus of the film. And what should have been the focus of the film maybe is the more compelling, heart-tugging story is Fatima, son of Sheikh's story, how she became a pirate, her revenge plot, all of that. She's the one that cries. She's the one that has an emotional scene. Her relationship with Amitabh is really the beating heart of the entire film. And yet, we're given so much screen time to Aamir and his antics because you signed on Aamir Khan to be in this movie. So the writer of the film didn't really pay attention to what was going to bring heart and make you care, because Aamir Khan's character changes allegiances over and over and over again. Even so, you can see things happening from a mile away. There's no big surprises. You're creating something of a huge epic scale. I can't help but compare it to Bahubali, another huge epic historical kind of film, even though there were no pirates in Bahubali. But I'm thinking about the twists, the turns, the surprises that we had, where you literally almost gasped, and how your heart was in your throat in Bahubali, and I didn't have that feeling in Thugs of Hindostan. However, it's fun, okay? It's just, if you just take it as this is just a light adventure film and you're not necessarily going to leave having shed tears, okay. Is it fun to see Amitabh do his swashbuckling thing on a pirate ship? Yes, it is. The man's 76 and maybe he moves a little slow. There's a lot of slow motion in this camera work. Give the man a break. He's 76 years old. He does pretty well. It's fun to see Aamir and Amitabh have a sword fight. Who doesn't want to pay money to see that? So I don't really understand the piling on and like the 1-star really bitter reviews, because I don't think it's that bad. This is not Race 3. But there's a lot of plot holes and things that don't completely make sense, especially in the second half. Fatima, as I said, is the beating heart of the film, and yet she doesn't even get a line of dialogue until, I don't know, like an hour in. The length of the film is an issue. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes, I think. It's almost 3 hours. If you're aiming this at kids and families, that's kind of long. Like, seriously could have been edited down. Even 20 minutes could have been edited down easily to make it a tighter, faster moving, feeling action, adventure kind of epic. The sword fights and whatever were fun, but again, I didn't feel like I was seeing anything that was, oh my gosh, that's so radical, that's so new, that's something I haven't seen before. Besides the fact that, Fatima looked extremely cool with her bow and arrow and doing the 3-arrow trick and all of that. She looked really fierce, and I thought I wanted more of her character, I guess I was saying, because she just was so fierce, and the relationship that she had with Amitabh was wonderful. There's a very poignant scene between the two of them when she's having a nightmare one night, and also just kind of the climax and her emotional resolution with him. I don't want to give anything away, but that was the beating heart. But even so, wasn't enough heart to the film. There could have been more. There were so many twists with Aamir Khan's character. How can I say this without being a spoiler? I was expecting him to possibly have a dramatic relationship with another character that didn't end up happening. And I thought that was going to be one of the many, many twists with him, and it wasn't there. Katrina just doing the item songs and only having a few lines of dialogue. I guess I didn't mind that so much. There really had been selling in the trailer that she was like a co-star of the film. And if you're going in and expecting that, that's not what it is. I don't mind guest stars doing dramatic dance songs. That's fine. And it makes sense in the plot that she's, forced to be the dancing girls for the English officers. That sort of makes sense, and I liked her banter. What little dialogue she had was fun little banter with Aamir, so that's fine. I mean, I do love Aamir. I enjoy him doing all of his tricks and whatever, but I feel like another director who was maybe better. This was Vijay Krishna Acharya, who did Dhoom 3, also with Aamir. It's interesting, this guy hadn't done a film in 5 years. So what's the story with that? Was maybe this one took that long to pull it all together? He also wrote the film. For me, there's no memorable dialogues that, especially that Aamir gave, that I necessarily can see anybody walking out quoting the dialogues all the time. And it seems like it should have been the kind of film where there were some really punchy dialogues like that. So maybe he should have co-written it with someone else. Now, Aditya Chopra of Yash Raj was a co-producer. This is a lot of money to spend on a film and then to have it just be okay. That's kind of what's disappointing about it. That we're all expecting more. Although I'm not going to say this is 1 star. This is not Race 3. I mean, it's still an enjoyable film, even if everything didn't completely make sense in the second half and the way it all happened. Yes, some of it was predictable, but I still enjoyed seeing a lot of it play out. Where did the money go? It's equivalent to about $40 million, I think, US was spent. They actually built 2 pirate ships near Malta and did filming of them doing these sea battles and everything in the ocean in Malta. That's where a lot of the money went. And building, there was a pretty incredible set inside a natural cave that was interesting looking too. I mean, there's a lot of costumes and whatever when you're doing a historical film, I suppose, all those red English uniforms. Maybe also it's that you're hiring so many big stars. I don't know what salaries were all together in one film. That had to have added up to a lot too. But the fact that you do put all these stars in a film then creates complications as, are you serving the script and giving the best story, or are you warping the story to give screen time to certain actors that you're paying a lot of money? I guess is kind of what I'm thinking. Like Fatima, who is, the least well-known of any of the cast, really, it kind of made sense for her to be the center of the film, for her point of view to be what we as an audience invest in and care about. And I don't know that I ever at the end really bought in and cared about Aamir's journey and his twists and turns of his moral code. Let's just put it that way. How's that for trying to be spoiler free? Okay, when you do see the film, please do let me know what you thought in the comments below. Did you also agree with me? I would just, like, if I was rating it out of 5 stars, I would rate it 3 stars. It was average, but I expected more from this huge Yash Raj, biggest money that they've ever spent, having these huge stars. And I think it comes down to the director and the script. And I'm not faulting Aamir's performance because it was what was written on the page, really, that he was given to work with. And I enjoy watching him and put on costumes and be crazy and all of that. And I don't think he was a Johnny Depp wannabe. He was his own character that was different from Captain Sparrow. It was not the same. So there were things that I enjoyed. There were flaws, but it still was worth my money to go and see it once. But it's not the kind of film like Bahubali that I'm like, okay, I have to go see this 4 times. Okay, so it's something, though, that you could bring your entire family to see, and, you know, even pretty young children, and it would be fine. Please do like and share this video. Follow me on Twitter at PardesiYT. Please do subscribe. And when you hit the bell, then you'll get a notification whenever I have a new trailer reaction or film review.